hardened, secure, safe. Finding the perfect place to protect valuables from the elements has been our #1 priority. Now, we have built the ultimate way to protect your priceless business data from the elements that threaten your IT infrastructure. DataCave. One look and it's clear. This is a secure facility. DataCave was built from the ground up with one purpose: to house and secure data from the elements. Privately owned and operated, DataCave is centered on 21 acres in the middle of America's heartland, Columbus, Indiana. Convenient to Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and Louisville, yet remote enough to mitigate man-made disaster.
We knew we had the luxury of building from scratch. And so at that point, our thought was, what are the things we need to put into this facility that really make it stand alone from other facilities? Aside from just having great equipment and great redundancy, it was important for us to mitigate against all types of disaster that could potentially strike IT equipment, because the cost is just too high when your IT equipment is not available to your business. Being in the Midwest, our #1 risk mitigation factor is storms. And so we designed this facility to be tornado proof. We also built in all of the other potential disaster mitigation we could think of: floods, fire, earthquake, anything that could possibly cause a problem with keeping this equipment on and available 24/7, we factored into the design and build of this facility.
We chose DataCave because of what we saw, the quality factors of construction, design items like reinforced concrete block, the double wall construction, the security aspects.
DataCave it's a state-of-the-art facility in a great place in Indiana, uniquely positioned to handle the high-density environment needed for virtualized computing.
The private data suite model was to have a building within a building. That gives us some flexibility in that we can constrain resources to that room. So we can have dedicated cooling, dedicated electrical, dedicated fire suppression for each of those rooms, independently zoned from the other rooms. In a large 50,000 square foot facility, if there's an event that happens, it impacts the entire 50,000 square feet, generally. And in ours, the biggest impact we would have is that 1,300 square foot room. That also gives us some flexibility for certain customers who wanted to have a private space. A large 50,000 square foot data center, the only private space you get is a chicken wire cage that's built around your IT equipment, and you get access to that. In this case, you have a private room, concrete block wall, private access, swipe carded, get in, nobody sees your equipment, nobody else gets in access to that area. So it's almost like a private data center in the shell of our building. One thing very common in legacy data centers is the raised floor. We could not get the cooling capacities we needed to get with a raised floor without having an astronomically large raised floor. You can get much better cooling capacities with overhead cooling. You also have to have a fire suppression system dedicated to under the floor as well as above the floor. And your cabling, as it becomes out of sight and out of mind under the floor, a lot of times becomes the bane of the existence of the data center. Here, all of our cabling is done overhead. It's dropped directly to the rack.
At DataCave, security is job one. Beginning at the single entry fenced perimeter, security increases at each level using technological and traditional measures. 24/7 surveillance monitoring, badge readers, mag locks, and biometric access into the data center ensure limited entry.
The security that's in this facility, as well again as the redundancy here at the DataCave, really gives us peace of mind that infrastructure and facility management, those are things that are outside most IT directors' control anyway. So why not have that at a place that, that's their business and that's their forte.
I do sleep better at night knowing that the people here at DataCave, who I do have a good relationship with, are fully capable of doing the job that they're doing. And DataCave has been very, very stable, and to the point we have not had an issue from the day that we have moved in here.
Having 100% uptime for our company is very important, and our employees understand that. And so we have to have multiple things around the facility, not just generators, but other electrical infrastructure, cooling infrastructure, network infrastructure, so our customers never have to be down.
I would say that you definitely can't make a better choice than the DataCave in this area. They have been wonderful to work with and provided 100% uptime to our equipment.
What would you do if a disaster wiped out your facility? With a business continuity package from DataCave, not only is your data secured, but we also have full office facilities staged and ready to get you and your staff back to business for as long as you need it. Remote, hardened, scalable security. This is the place you want your critical equipment and data in the event of disaster. DataCave. Call now to schedule your personalized tour and find out why DataCave is the ultimate solution for protecting your IT infrastructure.